Throne and Liberty! We are back, baby. And I'm in a desert. I hate it here. I don't know, man. I just wanted to see some greenery again and maybe ride the sky whale. But there are things to do here. I can feel it. We're about to get Dune up in here. Oh, this is Tingus, by the way, our main character of the series. This is part 4, so if you haven't seen the others and you want to check them out, you know where to find them. Enough of the intro. We got some desert worms to kill and some demons to slay. On with the adventure. Wandering through the desert like a crazed maniac, I stumble upon a ghost. Cool. Apparently this ghost has been chilling here for over 10 years. He says he's worried about his daughter, who is now captain of the Sandworm raid group. How he knows this from 10 years of standing here with no one talking to him is beyond me. But he says we should check on her and stop her from fighting Queen Belandir, a giant sandworm. Now, I'm not afraid of no sandworm, so I go check out the sandworm's destruction to test its strength. I find a broken house. That's nothing to me. And a giant hole that I immediately jump down into and find a bunch of bones. Ooh, spooky. Checking in on the bones, a giant sandworm appears that I assume is Queen Belandir. Not gonna lie, I thought it would be a little bigger, but the game won't let me attack it, so I have to run away before a witch calls out and teleports us out of there.
Hurry it up!
Talking with this witch, she introduces herself as Josephine and tells us some info about Queen Belandir that I honestly don't care to tell you about because I don't remember. I ask if she knows anything about that dead man's daughter, and she points us in a direction. While running, I just wanted to point out an issue that I've come across after the newest update. It seems to be an issue with action mode, and it's kind of annoying where randomly the cursor just gets sucked to the middle of the screen and does not go away. So sorry in advance if that's annoying or distracting for you guys. It definitely was for me when I was playing. But you guys can maybe fix it in the next video if you subscribe. It might go away by then. Who knows? Only one way to find out. You're just gonna have to subscribe and hope for the best. Anyway, we make it to the base that the ghost daughter should be, and we find her. Sadly, she's on top of this watchtower, and it doesn't have a ladder. How she got up there is a question for another day, because I just fly over and talk with her. When talking with Marcia, for some reason I don't mention her dad at all, so I just sound like an overly concerned citizen. In order to get her point across, she decides to trauma dump on me and tells me to go read her plan in her diary if I'm so concerned. So I go do that and read it, finding out that she apparently laid a trap for a giant sandworm. But surprisingly, the sandworm was not biting the bait. I also find this weird childhood sword that seems to be Marcia's when she was a kid that has some weird ties to her father. Failing that mission, I go tell Ghost Daddy over here that she wants to fight the worm, and he says, well, if she wants to fight him, maybe we should just help her and keep her safe that way. He suggests that we just need to find a way to get Queen Belandir to spring the trap. Since Josephine had a bunch of lore that I failed to pay attention to, maybe she knew something about it, so I go talk to her. She mentions that Queen Belandir loves candied star fragments, and maybe we could lure her in with a mana lure. She says that we need to get some armadillo scales and some baby sandworm poison sacks. The scales were super easy to get, but the baby sandworm sacks? Well, the first step was to go down into this ravine and wait. Why do I look like this? Is it because of an event? Yeah, it was because of an event. But there's no time to think about that. I'm sure this throwaway line wouldn't come into play later. We talked to this random dude who takes us to where we need to go to get some baby sandworms, as long as we get him an egg while we're down there. We have to turn into this weird giant spider in order to sneak up on the sandworms before pulling a Skywalker and making a few younglings take a forever nap. Now for that random guard's bargain. We find a sandworm egg before he tells us a little bit about it.
Shell is very fragile. Try not to damage it.
Oh, come on. I make the grieving sandworm mama take a forever nap as well before skedaddling the heck out of there. And I bring the ingredients back to Josephine. She tries to make the lure before the crystal she had broke and tells us we need to make a pure one. Listening to some of the lore, it seems like all you really need to do to make a pure one is water. So why are all the crystals not pure? Who doesn't have water to craft the decent quality stuff? What kind of Timu crystals are you buying, lady? Anyway, we collect some cactus water for her and I'm do a bunch of mining before I talk to this bird. Yeah, that's about what I expected. And then we bring back the goods to Josephine, where she makes a good crystal and then a good mana lure. We bring the mana lure back to the ghost man's daughter, who got down from the watchtower with no ladder somehow, and she tells us to go help a nearby troop so then they can come back to her in order to have as many people as possible to kill Queen Belandir. On the way over, I look at the nearby grasslands longingly and... oh man, are they having a party over there without me? Forever alone. Well, remembering that at least there was an event nearby where I have to go, I go and check that out.
Very good.
I'm just trying to do my quests, man. Running all the way back after the event is over because I guess I'm not welcome there. I read a book, go kill some ants, and then write in the book. Then I go back to Ghost Girly, who's somehow back on the watchtower with no ladder again. I swear they have a ladder. They just don't want me to use it. Anyway, I get up there and I prepare for a battle of a lifetime.
There she is. Finally.
Why are they celebrating? It's not even... it just ran away. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This chapter was not my favorite. Hopefully this is just kind of like a setup chapter for something bigger down the line, maybe with a big raid group or something. But as of right now, F tier. Not fun. So to go clean my soul, I go do the next dungeon. And this one actually was a pretty decent step up from the first one. It was a lot of the same. It was just kind of killing things, pulling levers. But the boss fight actually had some mechanics to it besides stand there and deal damage. Neat. Oh, what's that? You wanted me to go over the epilogue of the last chapter? Too bad. I just said I didn't really like that chapter, and I just want to move on. Going back to that town that took me in after getting gunned down like a dog, I met this random night lady who was worried about some kid named Lucas who went to go check up on some imp sightings. I agreed to check it out for her and find him just chilling with some imps before playing victim and getting me to kill all the imps and close the portal for him. He tells us that he heard something weird was going on over by the abandoned towers, so I say I'll go check that out for him too. Going to check it out, I find this weird burnt corpse. Definitely suspicious. And climbing up the tower, we find some burnt pages and a weird artifact at the top that of course I touch. Touching it shows me what happened here. Some dunderheads decided to do a satanic ritual to summon a demon, and you know, I don't know, I never understood this trope. Usually they want power or something, but they always get betrayed and the demon kills them.
How dare you bring uninvited guests? Our contract is hereby nullified. Suffer my wrath.
Oh, just like that. I go back and tell Lucas about it, and he is outraged.
Outrageous.
and asks us to tell his friend Carter to spread the word around town. Carter tells me to tell Norman, and Norman tells me to tell a priestess, and the priestess tells me to tell a new wizard that's in town. Wait, why did I just tell the entire town about the demon? Wasn't that Carter's job? Whatever. We go talk to this new wizard, Elia, and she tells us that this demon can disguise themselves as a human, so there may be an imposter among us. Elia then explains that we can make a perfume that smells like heaven, and demons being demons hate the smell. So we should go and make that perfume and force everyone in town to sniff it to find out who the demon is. She also tells us that a nearby crafter knows how to make the perfume. Talking with this crafter, he agrees to make it for us if we can get the proper ingredients. We have to get some flower sap, but the only way to get the flower sap is to get another flower to spit some sap onto it. So we do that and kill a few of these tree guys before bringing the ingredient back to Gudran, who makes that special sauce for us.
So good and tasty?
We go back to Alea, and she tells us to make everyone new in town sniff it, except her. She's definitely a demon. It's her or Lucas, or both. Anyway, I go around and force a few people to smell heaven, including the salesman,
Such comforting fragrance.
the sleepy guard,
And it feels so nice and comforting.
and then Lucas.
Yuck! Oh, please, put that censer away. What on earth are you burning? It smells awful.
Shocker. We chase him down and make him smell it some more to confirm it's him or something, and then he transforms into his true form, explaining that he's not the demon of lies we were looking for, but the demon of knowledge. During the fight, I'm convinced that there was some sort of mechanic with these hearts, but I didn't do it, so this made the fight actually somewhat difficult, almost killing me. Luckily, my skills to bash my head into a brick wall are quite strong, giving me the fat W. We then do some puzzles where we have to hold a goat statue into this light, making the Demon of Knowledge's secret library open up, where you can read a bunch of books about demon politics that I didn't read. I go back to camp to tell Leia that we killed the demon, but not the demon, and she's missing, and left me a portal to go find her. Yeah, so she's the demon that we're supposed to be killing, huh? Well, we go down to the portal to find her, where she tries really, really hard to gaslight me. And you know, for being the demon of lies, she's really bad at doing just that.
No reason to lie about that. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? And yet, it was that stubbornness of yours which got you to kill Harvard, so I won't blame you. Foolish human. Now that you're no longer of any use to us, I'll relieve you of that star fragment.
You know, this lady was actually really easy to beat compared to the other one, until she does that one attack that one-shot those 5 wizards from before.
Hand over the star fragment!
You serious?
The epilogue of this chapter explains a little more of this backstory, basically saying that these Shadowmancers were... Wait. They were just jealous of another cult that actually had a demon, so they summoned another one? I swear, dude, everyone that does this type of stuff in media doesn't even have a single brain cell. But now that there were 2 demons released onto the mortal plane, they fight because they want the power of the star fragments all to themselves. And the demon of lies that we just killed wanted to resurrect the goddess of destruction. Well, she can't do that now because they're both ash. And you know, now that all that's over, I have something I need to do. Ride the sky whale. I'll ride the sky whale and Whale-ussy go squirt squirt. You know, I really don't know what's wrong with me. Honestly, I think I've had one too many brain rot doom scrolling sessions. But you know, now that I'm up here and looking out at the desert, maybe it isn't as boring and disgusting as I originally thought it was. From up here, it's almost beautiful. Or maybe Anakin was right. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Sorry this one took a little longer than the other ones. I have a lot of random personal stuff going on, but it's all good. Hopefully we get the videos back on track. But if you like the video, make sure you show some support and hit that thumbs up button and do everything that every other YouTuber tells you to do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.